Today we're taking a look at these matches, which are happening on Tuesday, July 18, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link to our Patreon in the description and comment section below. Milwaukee Brewers vs Philadelphia Phillies. Milwaukee is currently 52-42 and first in the NL Central and has a 2-game series lead over the Reds. The Brewers are set to start right-hander Julio Teheran, who's 2-3 with a 3.64 ERA, while in his last 5 starts, he's 1-1 with a 4.85 ERA. In his last 2 starts, he was shelled as he allowed 6 runs on 9 hits over 6 innings against the Cubs and allowed 7 runs over 5.2 innings against the Mets. Philadelphia enters the series against the Brewers just 0.5 games back of the Reds for the final wild card spot. This season, the Phillies are slashing .259, .322, .423, which rank 7th, 16th, and 10th in the majors. At home, Philadelphia slashes .261, .332, .420, while in July slashes .275, .333, .474. Against Teheran, Schwarber bats .417 and 12 abs, Harper bats .404 and 47 abs, Turner bats .400 and 25 abs, Castellanos is 1-4, and Real Muto bats .233 and 30 abs. Take the Phillies to win by more than 1.5 runs. The Phillies are facing the Milwaukee Brewers, who are on a lengthy win streak. However, I think the Phillies will win this game by more than 1.5 runs. Julio Teheran, the Brewers' starting pitcher, has struggled in his last 2 outings. The Phillies' key hitters have also hit Teheran well throughout their careers. Teheran has struggled against the Phillies in his career, so I think the Phillies will take advantage of him in this game. Along with taking the Phillies, I also like the over 8.5 runs at -110. Philadelphia and Milwaukee are both under .500 in hitting the over, but this is a spot with 2 pitchers who have struggled lately to take the over. Both Milwaukee's and Philadelphia's offenses have hit the other pitcher well. Meanwhile, in Teheran's last 5 starts, he's allowing 3.2 runs per start, while Nola is allowing 2.8 runs per start, which is why I like the over. Finally, with how well this Phillies offense has played and hit Teheran, I expect another blowout, and both bullpens also struggle at times. Take the over 8.5 runs. Los Angeles Dodgers vs Baltimore Orioles. The Los Angeles Dodgers have been phenomenal offensively as they are 3rd in MLB with a .782 ops while scoring 5.51 runs per game. This lineup has a lot of power as they only trail the Atlanta Braves with 152 homers as a team. First baseman Freddie Freeman has been outstanding with a .952 ops while hitting 17 homers and 63 RBIs. Michael Grove has been brutal when looking at his baseball saving page, as he is in the 15th percentile in XSLG, 15th percentile in SBA, 16th percentile in ZERA, and 27th percentile in barrel percentage. Grove has 5 different pitches: fastball, slider, curveball, cutter, changeup, and his heater has a .413 batting average and 6 homers. This will be his first time facing the Orioles in his young career. The Baltimore Orioles have been a strong offensive team as they are 9th in baseball, with a .750 team ops, while averaging 4.97 runs per game. They have been getting on base at a decent rate, as their .3240 BP is tied with the San Diego Padres for 13th. Left fielder Austin Hayes has been hitting well with a .837 ops, with 9 homers and 36 RBI. The starting pitchers for this game have very different recent track records. Tyler Wells is 4-2 with a 3.02 ERA and a 1.08 WHIP in his last 7 starts, while Michael Grove is 1-1 with a 6.10 ERA and a 1.45 WHIP. The bullpens for these teams are also very different, with Los Angeles pitching to a 4.29 reliever ERA and Baltimore pitching to a 3.72 bullpen ERA this season. Based on these factors, I think the Orioles will win this game at home. Take the Baltimore Orioles to win at home. Looking at the previous 15 days, these have been 2 of the top 3 offenses in the sport, as the Dodgers are 2nd with a .862 team ops, while the Orioles are 3rd with a .854 team ops in that stretch. A huge reason why is that these teams are the top 2 offenses in that same stretch of games in terms of home runs, as Los Angeles has 22, while Baltimore has 17. Take the over as it makes the most sense. Cleveland Guardians vs Pittsburgh Pirates. The Cleveland Guardians have to do better at the plate as a team this season, as they are tied with the Milwaukee Brewers for 25th place in the majors with a .690 ops, while averaging 4.02 runs scored per game. They need to begin to be a better offense on the road, as they have a .679 team ops, while scoring 4.4 runs in their 47 road games. First baseman Josh Naylor has been extremely well at the plate as he is slashing .308, .349, .495 with 12 home runs, 66 RBIs, 35 runs scored and 6 steals on 7 tries. The Pittsburgh Pirates need to figure out how to hit a bit better than they have been this year, as they are 23rd in MLB with a .699 team ops while scoring 4.17 runs per game thus far. They have been doing a poor job at hitting inside of PNC Park as the team has a slash line of .245, .326, .379 while averaging 4.17 runs in their 47 home games this year. Designated hitter Andrew McCutchen has been hitting well himself as he has posted a .801 ops with 10 homers, 28 RBIs, 40 runs scored, and 9 stolen bases while being caught 3 times. Mitch Keller has been doing an excellent job throughout the 2023 season, according to his baseball saving page, as he is in the 90th percentile in hard hit percentage, 85th percentile in average exit velocity, 78th percentile in XERA, and 76th percentile in XSLG. He has 6 different pitches: fastball, cutter, sinker, sweeper, curveball, changeup, and his heater has been his best pitch as hitters have a .161 batting average and a .313 slugging percentage so far. This will be Keller's first time facing the Guardians since the 2020 season, so it will be a great test for him here. The starting pitchers for this game have very different recent track records. Tyler Wells is 4.2 with a 3.02 ERA and a 1.08 WHIP in his last 7 starts, while Michael Grove is 1.1 with a 6.10 ERA and a 1.45 WHIP. The bullpens for these teams are also very different, with Los Angeles pitching to a 4.29 reliever ERA and Baltimore pitching to a 3.72 bullpen ERA this season. Based on these factors, I think the Orioles will win this game at home. Take the Baltimore Orioles to win at home. When looking at the last 7 starts for these pitchers, runs should be difficult to come by, as Logan Allen is 2.1 with a 3.79 ERA and a 1.43 WHIP in 35.2 innings, while Mitch Keller is 2-3 with a 3.40 ERA and a 1.18 WHIP over 42.1 innings of work in that span. When looking at the offenses in the previous 10 games, the Guardians are averaging 3.8 runs per game, while the Pirates are scoring 3.5 runs per game in that stretch. All in all, go with the under in this game. San Diego Padres vs Toronto Blue Jays. Joe Musgrove will get the start in Game 1 of this interleague set with Toronto. He served up 3 hits over 6 scoreless frames Sunday, striking out 7 and getting the win over the Mets. While he allowed only 3 singles, Musgrove also hit 4 batters. Still, his final line was once again elite and he has gone 7-0 over his last 9 starts. During that stretch, he posted an impressive 54.8 BB through 55.1 frames. Musgrove dropped his season ERA to 3.29 with a 79.17 BB through 14 starts. The week prior, he fired a 7-inning gem against the Angels, striking out 11. He has 6 consecutive quality starts. After winning the first game of their series against the Philadelphia Phillies, the Padres dropped 3 in a row, falling to 44-50. They fell to 4th in a very competitive National League West. They have been abysmal on the road this year, posting a 19-27 record. Their next 2 series are against the Jays and Detroit away from home, and they need to get back in the win column before they fall too far behind. It has been a disappointing season up to date. Alek Manoah will get another start in Game 1 of this series with the Padres. Manoah was called up from AA New Hampshire last Friday and delivered a strong game against the Detroit Tigers. He earned the win, allowing 1 run on 5 hits over 6 innings in a 12-2 win. He struck out 8 and did not issue a walk. Manoah struggled to start the year and was sent to the Florida Complex League in early June to get right. He worked his way back to the rotation and pitched at the big league level Friday for the first time since June 5. It was one of the right-hander's better starts of the season, as he struck out a season-high 8 batters and completed 6 innings for just the 3rd time in 14 appearances. He still holds an ugly set of numbers for the year, but this was a step in the right direction for the once dominant right-hander. Take the San Diego Padres on the money line. Alek Manoah will make his 2nd start after being recalled from AA New Hampshire. He pitched well in his first start back, but he will face a tougher challenge against the Padres. The Padres have been struggling on the road, but they have been able to hit Manoah well in the past. Manoah has a 5.91 ERA, and he was shelled by the Houston Astros in his last start at the Rogers Center. Based on these factors, I think the Padres will win this game. They have a better offense than the Blue Jays, and they will be able to take advantage of Manoah's struggles. Joe Musgrove will get the nod in Game 1 of this interleague set. He served up 3 hits over 6 scoreless frames Sunday, striking out 7 in another excellent appearance. He also hit 4 batters. Still, his final line was once again elite and he has gone 7-0 over his last 9 starts. I expect him to get another win here, but it will not be without some damage from a Blue Jays team that is top 10 in ops. Regardless, I expect most of the damage in this contest to come from the Padres hitting around Mano. This is a big series for the Padres after they dropped 3 of 4 to the Phillies, and they are in danger of falling deep in the NL West. I like them here and this game to go over. Take the over.